The stomach sleepers. If you are a stomach sleeper, often called the free faller, you are fighting a nightly battle against your own anatomy. There is a reason why almost every chiropractor, physical therapist, and orthopedic surgeon begs you to stop doing this immediately. You might think you are just getting cozy, burying your face in the mattress to block out the world. But physically, you are subjecting your body to a slow-motion car crash 8 hours a night. Let's visualize the damage. I want you to imagine standing in line at the grocery store. Now turn your head to the left as far as it will possibly go. Hit that limit where the muscles get tight. Now hold it there. For 6 hours, that is exactly what you are doing to your cervical spine. Unless you have figured out how to breathe through a pillow, you have to twist your neck 90 degrees just to survive the night. Anatomically, you are wringing out your spinal cord like a wet towel. Let's zoom in on the vertebrae, the atlas and the axis, right at the top of your neck. These delicate bones are designed for mobility, not sustained torque. When you lock them in that twisted position, you are compressing the facet joints. But worse, you are pinching the vertebral arteries. These are the vital pipelines supplying fresh blood to your brain. This is the biological reason why stomach sleepers so often wake up with headaches, a stiff neck, or that frantic pins and needles numbness in their hands. You aren't just sleeping wrong, you are kinking the hose to your own nervous system. And the destruction travels lower too. Most of us carry our weight in our midsection. When you lie face down, that weight sinks into the mattress. This creates the hammock effect. Instead of decompressing your discs, you are jamming them together. So this begs the question, if this position is a medieval torture rack for the spine, why on earth do we do it? Is there any redemption for the free faller? Surprisingly, yes, and it has to do with sound. If the back sleeper is the snorer, the stomach sleeper is the silencer. Remember that gravity trap we talked about earlier? The tongue falling back and choking the airway? Well, when you flip onto your stomach, you flip the physics. Suddenly, gravity becomes your ally. It pulls your tongue and soft palate forward, away from the back of your throat. The airway stays wide open. Mechanically, it is almost impossible to snore loudly on your stomach. In fact, this is so effective that before the invention of modern CPAP machines, doctors used to prescribe a brutal hack for patients with severe sleep apnea. They would sew a tennis ball into the back of the patient's pajama shirt. Why? So that if the patient rolled onto their back during the night, the pain of the tennis ball would force them to roll right back onto their stomach. It was a crude mechanical cure for suffocation. So here's the trade-off you are making every night. You will sleep silently and your partner will probably love you for it. You won't choke on your own tongue. But you are paying for that silence with the long-term health of your spine. You are trading a noisy night for a crippled neck. The back sleepers. If you are one of the few who sleeps flat on your back, arms pinned to your sides like a soldier, or thrown up above your head like a starfish, congratulations. You have inadvertently stumbled upon the only position that orthopedists, chiropractors, and dermatologists actually agree on. They call this the Savasana paradox. It is named after the final resting pose in yoga, the corpse pose. And there is a reason why every yoga session ends this way. Mechanically, you have hit the biological jackpot. Think about the physics of your day. For 16 hours, gravity is crushing you. It's compressing your vertebrae, hunching your shoulders, and curving your neck down toward your smartphone. But when the back sleeper lies down, they aren't just sleeping, they are resetting the machine. By letting gravity pull your shoulders down into the mattress and keeping your spine in a straight neutral line, you are essentially mimicking perfect posture but horizontally. There is no twisting, there is no crunching. It is the only position where your skeleton is perfectly at rest. But here is the hidden vanity hack that the beauty industry doesn't want to talk about. The back sleeper has a secret weapon against time, the anti-aging shield. It sounds like vanity, but it is pure physics. When you smash your face into a cotton pillow for 8 hours a night, every single night for 30 years, you are physically ironing wrinkles into your skin. We call these shear forces that break down collagen and create permanent creases that no amount of expensive cream can fix. But the back sleeper? Your face is floating in the air. Nothing is touching your skin. You are literally letting gravity smooth out your facial muscles while you dream. If you want to look 5 years younger than your friends when you hit 40, stop buying creams and start sleeping on your back. However, there is a price to pay for that perfect skin, and you pay for it with your breath. While gravity is being kind to your face, it is waging a brutal war on your airway. This is what they call the gravity trap. The moment you drift off, your tongue, which is actually a surprisingly heavy, fleshy muscle, loses its tension. Because you are on your back, gravity pulls that heavy tongue straight down into the back of your throat. For millions of people, this turns your windpipe from a wide-open tunnel into a pinched straw. This creates the turbulence we know as snoring. But for many, it goes much further. It triggers obstructive sleep apnea. This is where the walls of your throat actually collapse completely. You stop breathing, your oxygen levels crash, your brain panics, jolts you awake just enough to gasp for air, and then you fall back asleep. This happens hundreds of times a night. You think you slept for 8 hours, but your body just ran a marathon of suffocation. And it gets even darker. If you are a back sleeper, you are statistically more likely to experience one of the most terrifying psychological phenomena known to man: sleep paralysis. Throughout history, this has been called the old hag syndrome, or the incubus. You wake up, your eyes are open, you can see your room, but you cannot move a single muscle. And then, you sense a presence, a shadow in the corner, a weight sitting on your chest, crushing the air out of you. Why does this happen to the back sleeper? Because the supine position encourages the deepest form of muscle relaxation, known as atonia. But because your airway is restricted, your brain can glitch. It wakes up your consciousness before it turns your body back on. You are awake, but you are paralyzed. And your panicked brain starts to hallucinate a demon to explain why you can't breathe. So the back sleeper's verdict is a heavy one. You will have a beautiful, aligned spine and a flawless, wrinkle-free face, provided you don't suffocate or hallucinate before your alarm goes off.